Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm gonna answer your questions. I made a post 1 week ago or so and I asked you guys to tell me what are you curious about me, what would you like to know about me. So let's start. I wrote down your questions and the first one, someone says, I was curious about how you became a quadriplegic and your journey. So I had a car accident 5 years ago in 2014. I was in holiday in Italy to visit my parents. It was actually a really nice time. I was 19 years old back then, and I just finished my first year of medicine in Romania, and my brother graduated back then that year, and we planned a surprise visit to my parents, and we succeeded. We left in the morning around 4 o'clock, and we arrived 9:30 in the evening. We knocked at the door, and it was a really nice surprise. They were really happy, everyone was happy, of course, but within 20 days, if I'm not wrong, a car accident happened. I was in the car with my brother. He was driving, my parents were behind us in another car, and 2 kilometers far away from home, on a small bridge, the road was a bit wet, and all of a sudden the tire of the car exploded. My brother lost the control of the car, of course, and we went against the fence of the bridge, but apparently it wasn't good maintained or something like that, so we basically fell from the bridge down 7 meters. Wow. Anyway, we didn't talk like for 15 minutes or so. Our parents saw us disappearing basically, and they stopped immediately, of course, the car, and my dad came down to check on us, and my mom was in shock, and they tried to call the emergency. Luckily there were also some people walking by, and they helped to call the emergency and things like that. Anyway, I don't remember. If you ask me if I remember something from my accident, I don't remember something from my accident. I just have the image of my brother losing the control of the car, and then everything it's black. Maybe because I had also a lot of medication in my body afterwards, or maybe it can happen that someday I will have the flashback of the accident. Who knows? Anyway, so this was the first question. So that's the reason why I'm a quadriplegic, because at the moment of the accident I broke my neck. My vertebra C6 broke and got into my spine, and I was immediately taken by the helicopter and went to hospital, to the nearest hospital, and they did some examination first, and then immediately 3 hours of surgery, and afterwards I went, yeah, I was in intensive care. I don't remember when. I just wake up in the bed laying. I wasn't able to do anything. I couldn't breathe on my own. I was everything was artificial, breathing, eating. I couldn't even talk. I was just moving my eyes around. Everything was new for me. I didn't know people. I didn't know the language because I was in holiday. I didn't know the language, so I couldn't communicate with the nurses. I couldn't communicate with doctors anyway. And afterwards I was in rehabilitation for 1 year. uh, Everyone was nice to me, doctors, physiotherapists, nurses, everyone. Yeah, even if I wasn't Italian or so, I was a foreigner for them, they were nice to me, they were talking nice to me. There were only few people that were talking English, uh, because it was my language to communicate with people around me back then. Yeah, it was my dad that was communicating in Italian to them, but he wasn't there every day. So he was present there for the first period, yeah, basically every day, but afterwards he couldn't anymore. And second question, someone asked me, said like, everything, are you married, kids, how did you become disabled, what's your favorite food, do you have any pets, what's your favorite kind of music? So starting with the first question, I'm not married, I don't have kids. I tend to like food, uh, um, light food. Basically, I like everything except for pork and beef. I like beef only if it's really good made. Otherwise, I eat chicken, turkey, fish, I don't know, yogurt, milk with cereals. Um, yeah, basically that, and everything else. Do you have any pets? Yes, I do have a dog that you can see it in another video of me when I'm doing exercises. He's around there. He's 14 years old, so pretty old, let's say. But he grew up with us in the family, so he's the dog of the family. And what's your favorite kind of music? I like commercial music, and I have some favorite music that I'm listening when I'm really not in a good mood. Like for example, maybe some of you knows the Kelly families. Yeah, I know it's a bit of sad music, I would call it. But when I'm actually not in a really good mood, I like to listen to that kind of music because it makes me feel good. For example, that, or Evanescence. Um, yeah. Third question. So, someone said about your age and where you come from. And are you Brazilian mixing or Arabian mix? Well, guys, guess my age. Let's have a game. Let's see who of you will guess my age. It's not that hard. Okay. Where I'm from? Well, I said also in the beginning of the video, I'm from Romania. I lived in Romania for 19 years till my accident happened, and since my accident happened, I'm living in Italy. So that's about that. Are you Brazilian mixing or Arabian mix? No, I'm not Brazilian, I'm not Arabian. I don't know why, guys, you think I can have characteristics or features of Brazilian or Arabian, but I'm not, so you know. Okay, fourth question. Someone told tell us something about being a quad that sucks that we might not think of, and something that's good or ain't all that bad? Okay, that's a really good one. So really a bad thing or thing that sucks about being a quad is being cold, because once my legs get cold, I feel that my entire body is cold, even though that my upper body is still warm. Uh, it's like a kind of compensation. My legs are cold, my upper body it's a bit warm, but still needs more warm, so it compensates the cold of the legs. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is how I thought about, because I don't find another kind of solution or logic explanation of it. Anyway, so whenever it happens that I'm outside in the evening, I don't know, having a nice dinner with friends, or being outside with friends, people, and it's a bit chilly, my legs get cold really easily, and when I'm home and I want to go in bed and my legs are still cold, of course I go under the blanket, but it takes like 2 hours for my legs to get warm again. So that's a really bad thing that can happen to quad. I don't know if to others, but at least that's what I noticed with me. And another bad thing is that it takes me time to fall asleep when I have cold legs, because I can't fall asleep when my legs are cold. I can't explain why, maybe because my brain or so just feel that, and I just can't fall asleep till my legs are also warm. Okay, anyway, other question is what do and did you study? What are your professional interests? What do you do for a living? What is your favorite color? What is your favorite flower? What is your preferred food? These are a lot of questions. Who is your favorite artist? What is your favorite book and movie? What is your preferred language? What is your favorite wine and cheese? What do you consider as three greatest luxuries that you enjoy? What is your favorite author? What is your favorite music? So, for some of them I already answered. What do and did you study? Well, I studied 1 year of medicine just before my accident happened. I tried continue with medicine, but I had to start from zero, because uh, they wouldn't recognize anything I did in my home country, any exam, nothing. So I was kind of forced to start from zero. So I tried to do the admission test, but I didn't pass it because it was also more complicated, and also the language was a barrier. Whereas I was kind of advised by a physiotherapist from the rehabilitation hospital where I was, why don't I do languages, because I basically learned Italian in hospital, around doctors, around physiotherapists, nurses, and everyone else that was there. So I said, why not? So I had a look. Some physiotherapists helped me back then to enroll to university, and I did enroll to University of Languages. So that's what I did. I studied languages. What was the next question? What are your professional interests? Well, I would like to be a translator slash interpret, uh, because I can speak more languages, and I like them. I like languages. Other than that, I'd like to be a makeup artist. Well, to also practice more about that, because I also did a course of makeup to become a makeup artist. I did a course for that, and I think those are my professional interests. What was the next question? What is your favorite color? My favorite color is blue. Yeah, I that is since I was little. Uh, my friends know that that blue is my color. I can't explain why, but blue is really nice with, yeah, with everything. You can have blue clothes, blue shoes, blue bed sheets, everything, and it's a really nice color. It's a calming color. Okay, anyway, favorite flower, rose. What is your preferred food? I already answered to that. I don't think I have a preferred food. I like basically everything except pork and beef. I don't like that much. I can eat, but I don't like that much, if you can understand. Okay, who is your favorite artist? I don't think I have a favorite artist. I listen to, like I already told in a previous question, I listen to commercial music, to, yeah, almost every kind of music. Uh, yeah. What is your favorite book and movie? Book. I like reading books. Like reading biographical books, um, and also self-improvement books. Like them because they are kind of motivational and inspirational for me. And movies, well, I like thriller movies, horror movies, comedy. I don't think I have a favorite movie. I like to watch series. Uh, Currently I'm watching a lot of series. Let me know what kind of series do you like, guys, and what are you watching currently. I'm watching Vis-a-Vis, if you heard about. I just watched also The Victim Number 8. I watched also, what this, Unbelievable. So I like also movies that are based on true events. Next question. What is your preferred language? Well, my preferred language is English, because I use it quite a lot, and try to get better and better. Next questions. What do you consider as three greatest luxuries that you enjoy? Well, the three greatest luxuries that I enjoy is to drive. I know I had a car accident, and I shouldn't be that uh, um, much into driving, but it's a thing that at the moment, and also before, it gives me some kind of freedom when I'm behind the wheel and I drive the car and I'm going somewhere and I'm driving, because it makes me be more active also. Another thing is time with family and friends, and holidays, to go on holidays. Who doesn't love to go on holidays? I mean, that's a really great thing. It's, yeah, it's a kind of luxury. You can't have it every time, but when you have it, you must enjoy it 100%, right? Okay, next question. Tell us more about your spinal cord injury. How did you become injured? How much did you recover since then? What is your hand function? What level of sensation and function you have? I covered a lot comparing with my first situation, that I wasn't able to move anything at all. I was just laying in bed, moving my eyes, opening my eyes. That was everything I could do. So I recovered a lot. Also with my sensation. So I do feel my body, not as before, but I'm grateful that I'm able to feel it. And there are also some things that I'm really grateful that I can do it, because there was the possibility to be worse. So always be grateful for whatever you have. Don't complain. Try to find the best solution for you. Try to find your way, even if you're not able to do things as before. If you find your own way with the capabilities that you have at the moment, you're just the best. You don't have to find excuses like, yeah, I can do that, I can do that, because then you'll be just in a kind of small box there inside. You don't want to go out, you don't want to talk to people, which I had it also. I have to be honest, I had it also for some time. I was quite often saying like, I can do that, I can do that, I can't use my right hand and things. But I had people around me that taught me that it's not like that. First you have to try it, and if you can't for several times or so, then you know that that thing is not for you. But first try it, give it a try, and then you can say that you give up on that thing. So I'm really grateful for what I have. Another thing about my injury is that I have a syringomyelia. I don't know if everyone is familiar with this term. It's a kind of small cyst at the level of my injury, so it's on my spine there, and that can be a trouble for me, maybe in the future. I've got no idea. I just have to monitor the area to see if it grows up or not. So let's hope it doesn't, because it's always better if it doesn't grow up. Uh, but I think that's one of the reason of my pain. But I'm not sure about that, so it's just something that I'm thinking that it might be. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope I did answer all of your questions, and if not, I'm sorry, and please let me know in the comments below. Stay tuned for the next video, and let me know if you want to know something else. Maybe you're new and you watch the video but you want to know something else about me. Write down in the comments and I'm gonna answer you. And don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and see you in the next video.